Good afternoon, sir. So, how are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you for asking.
That's nice to hear. So, in what field are you teaching, sir?
I am teaching English subjects.
Okay, sir. So, how do you describe a teacher's job in the middle of this pandemic? Do you encounter any difficulties so far?
With this new normal, which is basically what we call the modular learning, or part on the schools division of Zamboanga del Norte. Talking about challenges on my end as a teacher, I don't see any, for me personally, that applies for me as a challenge. But I think what I can say as a challenge is that that would be on the end of my students, which is how they cope up with the lessons. Because there's a question if you give them modules, there's a question if there has been understanding during the time when they spend studying the module. Because nobody would actually guide them, or nobody would actually teach them except for their parents. But we cannot just give the entirety of that responsibility right now to the parents, because parents also have many things to do in the household, and also they have works to do. So basically, the actual or the idea about modular learning, it is actually an independent learning. So it is always the responsibility right now of the students to answer their modules as much as possible by themselves. So that's it. The challenge that I'm actually seeing is on the end of the students, on how they learn, how they understand the lessons, and how they accomplish their activities.
Okay, sir. So, with regards to the teaching learning process, what are the mechanisms or strategies that the school takes to create linkages and harmonious relationships with parents, guardians, and others?
Okay. So actually, there is already an existing strategy that the department already employs, and that has been like what I said, it is an existing strategy. So we have this parent-teacher association. So this parent-teacher association would always keep through their officers, also for homegrown PTA officers, that would keep the relationship between teachers or the school and the parents to communication stays in there. So we communicate with them through parent-teacher association. So if there are problems that arise, we talk with these problems with the parent-teacher association. So that's the perhaps I think the primary strategy that the department or the schools have in order to keep the communication with the parents.
Yes, sir. So, how teachers promote and establish professional links with their colleagues and stakeholders?
Promote professional linkages, right? So we actually have this department. So based on my end, I am an English major. So I have a group which is for the English department. So we continue to do meetings with our departments. Also, given the time by the school principal, we have this thing which we call SLAC, or School Learning Action Cell. So what we do there is we discuss things. We also do orientations, or we do seminars during that time. Normally, if my mind serves me right, we do that once every week, so during Fridays. But right now, we were told that we can possibly do it once in a month. So what, again, like what I'm trying to say, it's the School Learning Action Cell. That is one of the mediums, or basically the primary medium that we do to continue having these professional links within our department.
Yes, sir. How School Learning Action Cell, or SLAC, improve professional relations and development?
It actually helps a lot when it comes to professional development. You know what? To tell you, I have this experience because I led this session for SLAC with our department. And what I did was I gave a brief orientation because I don't have much time during that time. So I gave them a brief orientation on how to do an action research, or a basic research. So I oriented or give this orientation to my colleagues within my department, which is the English department, and also showed them the steps on how to do an actual research or a basic research. I also introduced them and gave them and showed them basically the research that I made that I presented also to the schools division, because doing research is a very important thing for teachers right now, because it is a very valuable activity or a valuable project for promotion for teachers.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for being part of this interview. It is our pleasure to have you. Have a nice day, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's my twin in them.